Hey, Pastor, if you're talking about forgiving others and you want sermon illustrations, where do you go? The same old tired sites? I would suggest you do this instead. This is a custom GPT that I created to help me brainstorm 40 illustrations in 40 seconds. So I'll ask it something like, I want to preach on forgiveness. And it'll say, okay, what's your subtopic? What specific kind of forgiveness? Because if I just say that, it might think I meant God's forgiveness of us. What if I said instead, our need to forgive others? All right. So I'll ask it, I'll say this one. All right. And here's what it does. It says, great. Okay. You're focusing on need to forgive others. All right. So here are 20 illustrations, two in each category. So it gives me historical stories like Corrie ten Boom, Elizabeth Elliot. Yeah, absolutely. Those are incredible stories for forgiveness, right? And heart rate and bitterness. It shows forgiveness reduces stress. So two ideas from science, two ideas from social sciences. Dr. Everett Worthington, after he forgave his mother's murderer, studies on divorce and bitterness. Unforgiveness leads to long-term depression. Yeah, forgiveness by Matthew West of music. Let It Be by the Beatles. Okay, peace through release. All right, interesting. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not as good. All right, but it might be something that you'd want to talk about. Movies, The Railway Man, The Straight Story. Okay, so interesting movies, opportunities, literature or books. Jane Eyre, Les Miserables. Metaphors, there are four metaphor possibilities it gives you. Poetry, some lines from Mark Twain and Emily Dickinson. Quotes from Lewis Smedes and Desmond Tutu, and then also first century culture like Roman culture and Greek culture, and this in this case Hebrew cultures. Peter's seven times, right? Early church, Stephen the martyr, Justin martyr on forgiveness. So yeah, these are great ideas you could definitely use. Biblical parallels, Joseph and his brothers, the parable of the unmerciful servant. Yeah, cool. Those are good things you might not have considered, thought of adding in. The Charleston church shooting in 2015. Relatives publicly forgave Dylan Roof. That would be an interesting one, especially to maybe to open with or to close with. Amber Geiger and Botham Jean, if you remember that situation. Fables, folklore, and mythology. Aesop's The Lion and the Mouse and Buddhist tale. Cultural practices and Rwandan reconciliation courts. And Hawaiian practice as well. U.S. history, President Ford pardoning Nixon, Harriet Tubman forgiving her slave master. Sports, Tony Dungy mentoring Michael Vick, Jackie Robinson forgiving fans. That's cool. Forgotten or inspiring characters, Eva Kor and Eric Lomax. That's interesting. So I think there would be some good compelling stories that could come out of that. Court cases, Texas dad who forgave the drunk driver in court, Amish community forgiving the school shooter. Yeah, that's a solid one. And then quirky and surprising facts. Octopuses can hold grudges for a while. That would be an interesting one. Whales remember and reconcile. That's very interesting. So then it says, which of these would you like to talk about? What if I said, let's do, and I'll say, ask ChatGPT and say, this one. Notice how easy this is to use. Like you don't have to do big, huge, detailed prompts. I've already trained it so that it already does all the things you'd like it to do. For instance, it starts breaking this down and it gives you links. See these links? So you literally, if you're ever worried about whether or not ChatGPT is going to make stuff up for you and you're going to get embarrassed, this is how I make sure that doesn't happen to me, right? So it literally pops up these links inside, and so you can link to them and do that. Or it also created a narrative version. You see this? So I can literally paste this into a sermon manuscript. During World War II, Eric Lomax was a British signals officer. He was captured in 1942, and he's forced to build the Burma Siam Death Railway. So you get the idea. You get to talk about how their friendship, letters, Christmas cards until Nagase and Eric's death in 2011, 2012. So that's fantastic. Let's do a PowerPoint slide of this. All right. So if you're ever worried about ChatGPT creating a slide or like gathering a Google image that then it's gonna be like, man, if I live stream this, I'm gonna get in trouble, or if I do it and I don't cite it right, is that ethical? This is how you get past some of that fear. These images are not copyrighted, and you have less to worry about in that front. I think that's fantastic, and so I'll show you. I'm gonna pause this until the image is done rendering, and then I'll show it to you. Awesome. So it's finished. So I programmed the GPT to give you a slide like this right here with no text, just an opportunity to show these two guys getting together and give you a chance to tell your story, right? You can add text later, you can do whatever you wish, but I just want to create it to where pastors can easily tell stories. So I'm going to say create a narrative conversational version of this, and um, we'll so that's so it's I'm not working here. Let's try narrative conversation. Oh, it's giving me issues. Let's say narrative. I just type it version. There we go. So it's going to spit that out to where I can literally cut and paste if I wish. Right, story that starts in hatred but ends in healing. During World War II, a young British soldier was captured. Right, so here we go. So that's the story, and you can tell the story with that slide and not worry about PowerPoint and copyright issues. Now, if you are looking at this and you're like, shoot, this sounds really really helpful. Let me tell you what you can do. Right, so it comes with free access. This course that I do comes with free access to this exact Chat GPT tool. It tells you how I cut hours off my sermon prep with AI, and it uses this 45-page workbook, how pastors can use AI for sermon prep for free without selling out or cheating. I show you how to create better sermon images like this one right here, or lots of other opportunities. And its entire course, free AI tool access, screencasts, video trainings, and the prompt vault as well. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out. The link down below in the video description or here on this page, you can sign up for that. And I would love to share it with you and make you more effective and easier work. So thanks a lot. See you inside.